Pimp, set up episode number 277, recorded live on September 27, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. That's producer Tom at Thomas Philly. How you doing today?
Doing great. It's almost October. What time are we going to do the Friday shows? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, but if you want to be a part of those Friday shows, it's very easy. Become a Twitch subscriber or a Patreon supporter. It's $1 a month. Or, again, you can just be a Twitch subscriber. You join the Discord chat. Bada bing, bada boom, and you're all set and ready to go, and you can access those streams. Otherwise, they're going to be uploaded on Saturday. Do you want to be a loser?
Yeah.
Then wait for Saturday. But also, man, it is still so goddamn hot outside.
It is.
In New York, right before October. That's not normal.
In case you wanted to know.
Yeah, just in case you wanted to know. So if I'm sweating from my nipples, scores are going to get affected. So hopefully you're not on this episode. No, just kidding. Anyways, let's not waste any time hopping into the first set of the day, submitted by Jason. He's 22, and he started getting into setups about 1 year ago, and he just got a full-time job, so now he has more money to spend. I like it. He wants to know what we think about the speaker situation, because obviously it's, it's different, not something we see too often. He wants to know if he should get wall-mounted speakers like the A5s, or if he should get smaller ones that he could put on his desk. What should he do? Well, don't worry. That's what we do here. We talk about that shit. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I would personally, I guess you could say, would it be considered downgrading? I don't know.
I say you wall mount these speakers.
Jesus Christ. And then just the whole thing rips the wall out. Yeah. I think, honestly, I would get either smaller ones, like even the A2 pluses under those monitors, left and right, bada bing, bada boom. It would be perfect. It's already at that point where the monitors are technically going over just a bit. You know what I mean? So it's not anything crazy like we've seen. We've definitely seen a good portion of the side displays sticking off, but it's kind of like the perfect size. So I think if you want to kind of keep things in this area and you want to get a good sound stage, again, I'm not an audiophile, I'm an audiophile. Anyways, I would put the two speakers on the desk, bada bing and bada boom, and all of a sudden you're filling up that empty space, because like a lot of people are saying right now, it's extremely plain, extremely boring, which maybe it's a little harsh, because I think that he did a good job with mounting things under the desk. He did a good job with having the LEDs match the wallpapers and match the banner up above, and he did a good job with that. But yes, as far as everything else goes, accessories, out of sight, out of mind. Technically, out of sight, out of mind isn't just having nothing on the desk. It's having what you need. And in this scenario, he is kind of lacking substance. It's just the bare minimum, which is fine. Some people prefer that. But I think, first step is adding speakers. It's going to add a lot more to that empty space. And then, of course, building on theme. I agree with what everyone's saying right now. They said it's very plain, and the theme is definitely lacking. And I think what makes it worse, and this is like really not that bad in the grand scheme of things, but for you, having such a big, open, wide, empty room kind of hurts you, because it's like, hey, you have a lot of room, why don't you utilize it? Whether that means going to the corner and getting another Linmon tabletop, making an L out of it, that's one thing you could do. Maybe just getting a wider desk in general. That's something you could do. But regardless, I think that it's definitely a small setup in a big room. Right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I was trying to think of ideas, because it's easier to put stuff on the wall than put stuff on the desk that's not necessary, for theme wise. Yeah. So I definitely agree with you by putting speakers on the desk, because then you can add theme to the wall, and it's much more easier to pick things that would actually fit the wall. So yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. You don't need to add 6 desks to make the room look cooler. I think it's perfectly fine the way it is. Just add more theme, and you know what? You got a great setup as it is. You'll just add more to it. You could also, if you want to get bigger speakers, you can get them on nice, like, standalone stands. There it goes. Okay, yeah.
Over the top, but you can have it to the left and the right. I wouldn't mount it to the wall, because then you're a little bit too far behind the monitors. You have to have really stick out, but you can have some really nice, decent sized looking stands that will kind of fill up the empty space, and it will look really nice. So that's something I would recommend doing. A lot of people are saying gray wall would look nice. I agree, but I also think this is a pretty simple, straight to the point color that's not really over the top. But cable management is just absolutely gorgeous. You did a great job. I like how you mounted everything. Yeah, they're pretty damn sexy. And no, I'm not saying bigger speakers from what he has now. We were just referring to the A2s. So, if you wanted to get the HS8s or something like that, it would look nice on a standalone stand. Anyways,
people are saying the desk is warping. I can maybe see that.
I don't see it as bad as other desks. I also think it's sort of the angle, because in the second photo, it really, I mean, it looks ever so slight in the middle.
Yeah.
But a big reason for that, and this is a recommendation that I give quite often, is when you use a triple monitor stand on something like the Linmon, you should use a slab of wood right in that center area, because trust me, I've destroyed a Linmon before when I first started doing all this, because it just, first off, leaves a dent in the shape of the stand, but second, it also will literally put like 80 billion pounds of force there. So over time, that's just gonna snap. So definitely keep that in mind. That's why I'm thinking, with such a big, awesome, empty room, get yourself like a solid wood tabletop or something, and then do like a dark stain, or it would just look badass.
Yeah, dark stain with that wall would probably look a lot cooler than black on it.
That's how I feel. So, you know, we're on the same page there. Next setup of the day, submitted by Yegor. Because Tom wrote out how to say
Yegor.
It's like yay.
Yeah, Yegor.
He's 15. He loves every aspect of film production, but mainly he loves the editing process. He runs his setup off of his laptop. He's saving for the Rode NT USB microphone because he wants to replace that Blue Yeti because he knows what the hell's going on there. He also wants to get the Audio A2s, which Audio Engine A2s, which I guess that's what everyone's talking about nowadays. He wants to replace those Logitech speakers ASAP Rocky. Am I right? If you want to check out his YouTube channel, it's Yegs TV, which is YEGS TV. So this, first off, I think probably the coolest part of this setup is how he's utilizing the walls. He's got his film canister. He's got the little, like, you know, Eiffel Tower and
hourglass. Yeah, he's got a little train. You know.
It's just like a lot of weird, random, unique things that I like. But my favorite part by far is the monkey. You know, very famous monkey. We've seen the monkey in tons of different places. Philip DeFranco, you know, he uses it. Used to use it. We've seen posters of that monkey all over the place, but goddamn, that is an awesome piece of artwork. I really, and I don't say this often, I actually really like how you utilize the wall space, and it's very hard because the windows, the placement of them makes it very tight. That art piece is like the perfect size. It's not too high up. It's not too low down. The shelves off to the left, just a good job there. So good job with that. But the actual setup portion, you know, I definitely have a lot to say. I think the first and most obvious thing is that it's super cramped. There's really no rhyme or reason to what you're doing. It's just kind of like right there into the middle. So, you know, between the fake plant and the Yeti being right up against it with the speakers literally touching the monitors, and you have the pop vinyls and this, that, and the other, it just seems like everything is way too close. So you have a big desk, why not, you know, space things out? When you're not using the Yeti, put it off into the corner. That would look nice. When you do get your new microphone, get an arm. That way you can bring it on and off, in and out, you know, up and down, all around. And that's what you got to do with that, because having it right there, you know, it's not awful if you're actually using it. But for the photo, just to make it look nice, I would have put that in the corner along with the fake plant, which, yeah, you know, whatever.
Where would you put the arm for the mic?
Well, with this desk, it kind of blows, but with that piece that comes off on the left side, he could actually, that's really, I think, the only spot he can do it without having it in an annoying spot.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think that back part isn't really...
Yeah, I think it's solid in the back, yeah.
So there you go. But... you know, getting that aside helps a lot. Spacing out the speakers is ideal. If you're going to get the Audio Engine A2 Pluses, then you got to put them on isolation pads. You got to put them on just something to kind of make it look a little bit nicer, help with that sound, but also space it out. If you get those speakers and put them right up against the monitor, it's not only going to be stupid looking, it's just going to be like, why? Why even get those if you're just going to like... right up in your face, you know what I mean? So definitely spread them out, get that nice, beautiful sound. I have the Audio Engine A2 Pluses, and they are pretty damn sexy. And then I don't know if you actually care, but I feel like a mouse pad would just be so much more satisfying.
Another pop of color with the LEDs and all that, you know.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just going up against, I don't know.
It's black on black on black.
And you're just using the mouse on that surface is not fun for me, but it's personal preference. But as far as everything else, I mean, there's not a lot to it. The wire management isn't like a 10 out of 10, but it's also not terrible. Like that shot's great. But the first shot that we see, you know, I'm seeing like out of the speaker, this, that, and the other. But again, it's a laptop. Do I recommend putting your monitor on top of the laptop? That's a whole nother story. And the thing I don't get about it, now I don't know, he didn't say anything about taking his laptop on the go.
No.
So I don't think he does that. So my question is, why do that specifically? Why not hide the laptop, utilize it so the cable management's going to be even easier, and it's also going to look nicer, and also you'll get longevity out of the laptop rather than suffocating it and putting
maybe
all this...
he just wants to elevate his monitor, and that's the only thing that he knows.
Yeah, that's a terrible excuse. See, Tom's always the nice guy.
So what do? You get like a monitor mount to make it, because it seems like he wants it higher.
If he wants it higher, you get a little piece of wood that goes higher. You know, like how people build like the 3 little pieces. Yeah. I don't know, maybe an arm, maybe a wall mount, maybe just not your laptop. Anything other than your laptop would probably be a good idea. Plus, he does have that under slot on his desk. He could technically put the laptop under there. All the cables are there, very easy to manage, and then whatever's necessary, like for instance the monitor cable, will just come out of that nice little open hole, and bada bing bada boom, you know.
I like the setup. You know, it's a little bit different. Like you said, theme is, I think the walls are utilized perfectly. Theme is like probably a 9 out of 10 for me. So yeah, I mean, he's got a lot to work with, a lot of potential, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Next setup of the day is submitted by Donald. Donald the Duck. No, I'm just kidding. He probably hates that. That's probably like his whole life is just Donald the Duck jokes. Donald is 23. He's a university student currently going for his bachelor's in computer security. He's currently at his dorm, okay. I was about to say, this is his dorm setup. I'm like, dude, no. What the He said the setup we're seeing right now is dismantled, so I don't know why we're looking at it, but the setup was fairly new and is in the attic, and the cable management isn't the best, but it's the best he can do without drilling a hole into his desk for the keyboard and mouse. So I'm going to assume he's going to come back home and put it back together.
Yeah, this winter he comes back and he puts it all together.
Okay, because otherwise, you know, I'm about to just skip to the next setup.
That's why I kept it on the show, because he does use it this way when he comes back from school.
Okay, so I guess the first thing I would say is something very obvious. We spent a lot of time talking about speakers already today, and we're seeing that right speaker is it's over there. And not only that, it's not just behind a monitor, it's looking the wrong way. So it's just a lose-lose. I would rather just cover up a little bit of your monitor or something. I just don't understand how that's fun, or put it on its side or something. But that's the other thing. The monitor arrangement for me is very off. It's very odd because that main display I feel like is way too low. And you could tell just by looking at the right display. I mean, that looks like it's at the right height. But now you have this inconsistency in the height. So do you raise the middle one up, or do you get rid of one, or do you wait to get the same of another? What do you do? For me, I say just raise the middle one up. The right one should be dead smack in the middle of the middle one. If you agree, I don't know.
That makes sense. Yeah,
no, I know it's a little confusing.
Dead smack in the middle of the middle one.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that like the main monitor is a little too
off to the left.
Yeah, the main monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's just too low. It's got to go a little bit higher. But that's what I think. I like having things nice and level with each other. But I also just think it's kind of I would never have mismatching monitors like this. And I know some people are like, they can't afford it, they don't have it, whatever. But for me, like, that would just drive me insane. The whole idea of bring your mouse from one way to the next, and all of a sudden there's like a disconnect in it. I would be like, oh my God, that would just drive me through a freaking roof. But that's just one thing to think about. Also, having a monitor arrangement like this and having speakers in the way that you do definitely makes it more difficult. You didn't even try to come up with a solution. Rather, you just put it there behind the monitor, which I guess if that's how you want to do it, that's fine. But as far as cable management, yeah, he kind of hit the nail on the head there. There's nothing really too great about it, nothing too terrible about it either. You know, the subwoofer cable, you could have put in like 2 or 3 more Velcro straps and it would have looked a lot neater, and you could have also did that up a leg, so that would have also been way nicer, but nothing too crazy to talk about there. I think the second photo is what kind of like irritates me, because I'm looking at where the Reinhardt is and I'm just like, why don't you just put the speaker there or something, just for the sake of the goddamn photo? Like, I don't know, I feel like this right piece is a complete waste because of really, it's almost not, I don't even think it's an L desk, because the PC takes up so much space that you get this little nub, and that's it. That's the only part. Like, that is almost completely pointless in my opinion. So
yeah, you can't really put like a book there, because then like where are you going to put this like right stuff? It just doesn't seem like a lot of space to do like schoolwork if that's what he's doing.
It just makes no sense to me. So I'm not a fan of that. I do think also just the Reinhardt is extremely pointless because it's like one pop vinyl on the whole desk. And but yeah, I'm just confused with how that whole scenario is working. So I just think really moving everything around would be ideal here. And maybe getting a longer side piece or something like that would be worth looking into. But I don't have much else to say. The theme looks decent, but we don't really get a full view of it. So I say the posters, the games and all that, like it's good. It got a good score, but it's not like blowing my pants off.
No pants being blown off here.
Yeah. You agree with that?
Yeah, no, yeah. And it seems like he has a real cool theme. So
you want to know a crazy theme though?
What?
This next setup submitted by Luke. He's 20, he works full time at the moment. What? Oh, yeah. I thought I got something confused in the notes. Anyways, he said when he's off, he's enjoying gaming and he wants to build a better PC soon. So my dude likes shoes. I think that's pretty obvious.
Where do you see that?
Actually, if you look closely on the left side of that
photo, couldn't tell.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's got some crazy shoes. T, don't you agree?
I definitely like the way it's like an entertainment table, but it's just for shoes. That's it.
And I'm seeing some Yeezy.
Yeah, he's got some like Nikes. He's a fan of all shoes.
Got some nice money there. You could have built a nice PC with that, but hey, if that's what you're into, homie, that's what you do. It's funny because Tom was in the shoe game, and then he like kind of
just too much money.
Yeah,
can't buy every shoe.
Yeah, so instead, Tom's now in the drug game. Hit him up if you need anything.
Hit the boy up.
But yeah, I mean that part is very cool, and I think that it's a very interesting way he did it because it's like the plastic storage containers, and then he just like I guess they're stackable like as many times.
Yeah.
It just looks really badass. Can you imagine waking up and be like,
which shoe today?
What am I gonna rock today, boy?
See, that's a problem. Like having too many shoes. Like, what do you wear?
Yeah, and then you step in dog shit, and then it's a
that
loss.
one goes away. Throw it away.
And you just give up on thousands of dollars. Anyways, looking at the actual setup itself in this photo here, it's really not a bad setup at all. It's pretty straightforward. I would have liked to seen the screens on. I don't know why people do that. It makes it look better. It's just me. One thing I recommend is getting a thing of electrical tape, black tape, whatever you want to call it, and just literally in between your monitors on the back side, just run a piece up. That way you can hide the LEDs and the bleed through and the white and all that. Cause yeah. I mean, if you're trying to use that, it could be kind of annoying, especially at night if you have this bright light in between your two displays. So that's just something I would say personally. It's just up to you though. The desk, I've seen this. It's like $100 cheap desk on Amazon. Nothing wrong with that. I think it works pretty well. I think a big issue is that your speakers, again, are behind your monitors. Why in the why are they there? I honestly don't understand in this scenario because other than your PS4, you could easily put your speakers out on the side. And guess what? Your PS4 can stand up. So, you could put the PS4 behind the monitor. Who cares? At least your speakers are in a good spot. So, didn't really like that. Also don't like the fact that your headphones are on top of your monitors. I'm not a fan of that. But other than that, I mean, it is pretty straightforward. It's nothing crazy. Not like gonna go insane over it. And, the wire management in the third photo is good. I mean, really, it's great, except for like just a little bit of half-assery that went into some of the drooping cables and some of the unmanaged cables that we're seeing. But as far as mounting everything to the bottom side of the desk, you did a good job with that. So, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. Ain't nothing too much to worry about, though. Yeah. And really for the most part, it is what's weird to me? I can't tell. Okay, yeah, it is. I was gonna no, maybe it's not. Is the PC on that slab of wood? I don't think so. The more I zoom in,
I don't think it is.
Why would you do that? You have like this huge gaping.
No, it might be.
No. Because look, I could actually see. I'm zooming in. It's literally there's a little bit of spacing between it. It's hard to see, but I'm zooming into like where it's just pixels. Why would you do it? Why?
I mean, it's just not long enough.
People are saying it is. I'm telling you right now, I could see it.
I don't know. I feel like he had a picture like showing like directly the slab with the PC.
I wish I could show this. I can see the separation from the board.
Well, in the comments down below, is it on it or is it off?
Nah, I don't.
I'm correct.
No, I could see the separation. So
it's just hard to see. It just seems like that. Like that's part of the PC that's like clipping.
I literally can see right here. Watch this. When I show this, exposed. Try to go full screen on me.
Okay, give me a second.
Can you see?
Kinda. That's what kind of what I was showing.
That's the separation right there. Literally, there's separation. So if anyone's telling me that I'm wrong, you're wrong.
Man, Mythbusters.
Yeah, I literally can see the separation from the board. So I would put that on there. I don't understand the point of not having it on there.
Subwoofer needs to be on there.
Someone said, oh, okay, it's off a bit. No, it's not on the damn board at all. Literally, there's separate board, PC, separation.
It's like very close. It's like...
Someone said I'm dumb. Jamie Turkey, listen to me. I'm not wrong. Also, someone said, you're wrong. You didn't put the R-E. You just put the R. That's not... It's... You just said... You're supposed to say you are wrong. You just said you're wrong. Like what are you doing?
Come on, ESPN.
Oh, good. I'm dropping you, Matt Forte. You suck anyway, you little bitch. Anyways.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah, but let's talk about those ugly carpets like no one.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
All right, but that's... Oh, you just went black. Okay, cool.
Oh, sweet. It's my favorite part of the show. Also, someone keeps saying I'm wrong. You guys are all wrong. If you're saying I'm wrong, you're all bitches. I'm telling you, in this photo, 100% I see the separation. The PC would be higher up too, guys. You're all stupid. There's so many stupid people. Hey, people are backing me up though. That's pretty good.
Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah, the carpet is absolutely terrifying, but that's just kind of what people are stuck with usually. All right. Yeah, man, this show is going way too slow. So let's kind of speed things up, T. All right.
I'm
Sam,
here.
13. He loves to create. What if I did that for the whole thing? Loves to create videos and graphic design. He hopes to get an external display in the future, and he also wants a gaming PC. All right, Sam, calm down, buddy.
Christmas ain't around the corner, I'll tell you that much.
So, really, the wall color is probably my favorite part of the setup. I'm not going to lie. The white molding.
I like the desktop.
Yeah,
like the actual desk.
I think the whole desk wall molding door combination is pretty slick.
It is.
So whoever designed this room,
design that desk.
Give him a high five. Seriously, I like that. Now, I'm going to be that guy. Tom, question. How do you use that whiteboard?
You just reply to email, so that's all you have to do.
What?
No, it says reply to email.
Oh, I couldn't see it. I was like...
No, I guess he just hangs over. He's trying to find...
He's just like this. He's like...
and you went...
Oh, really?
Yeah, right when you...
Trying to give a fucking demonstration. Ah, God. Why does this only happen on, like, once a month? I don't know. It's stupid.
Every Wednesday.
What an absolute stupid idea for the whiteboard. It looks cool.
I honestly don't think it's that bad. You're making it more out than it is.
If you have to, like... lean over.
That desk is not that, like...
It doesn't matter. The idea is you're supposed to just be able to write on it with no worries in the world.
He has no worries because he wrote reply to email there because he just knows.
And why do you think he wrote it so awkwardly? It's because he has such a hard time writing over it. I don't care if your arms are literally from here to Uganda. You said Uganda. I don't know.
Uganda.
I'm just giving up on jokes today. I can't speak English. I'm sweating to death. It's very hot in here.
It's very hot. Speed up the show.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not taking points off for it. I think it's cool. I just think that, realistically speaking, maybe it's not the best. But whiteboards are the best. If you guys ever get one, it actually helps with productivity. I'm not even kidding, man. But yeah, I think headphone stand or mount or something would be nice. People are making fun of the home phone in the back. Hey man, you do you.
He's got business calls to worry about, unlike you guys.
Reply to email. He answers the phone. He's like, reply to email. And then he hangs up.
Reply to your email.
But yeah, I think a lot of weird things, like over by the phone, there's just like random stuff on the desk, random cables. So I don't know the story there, but something I would think about. And then cable management, which I find so funny. Go back to the first photo. Damn it, Tom. No, just kidding. Look at this photo, right? You see it. You're like, damn. Comfy chair, nice room. It's slick. It's cool. I'm going to give him 100. And then you go to the next photo and like, you little bitch.
Laptop setup, Matt.
I don't give a shit if it's a laptop setup or what. That's just...
It's a lot of power bricks.
Yeah, power strips just chilling there. He's got a little bit of everything. I mean, I understand if it's not going to be perfect, but just half-ass giving up right there is not working too much,
Reply to email.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. So, not a fan of that. That's definitely going to hurt your score. And then, accessories, I guess. It's a laptop setup, so it's not, the best ever, but I actually dig the overall atmosphere. Not a huge fan of the carpet, especially being blue.
I like the carpet. I like how it looks so smooth.
So smooth. All right, you ready for the next setup?
Let's go to the next setup.
Next setup of the day, submitted by Jackie's 13. He became a passionate setup addict and found himself looking for ways to improve the setup rather than actually playing games.
It's so much fun.
Yes. As you can probably tell, he loves Razer, and he actually has mental issues. No, I'm just kidding. They know how to make their products look sexy as hell and also perform great and cost more than my... I don't have a joke. Really though, Razer's fucking expensive. I thought Corsair was expensive. Jesus Christ, Razer's expensive.
That's quality.
He knows his desk is too small to fit speakers on. Okay, that's the most random sentence ever. Loves the show. It's so funny. And he also says it helps him get ideas for his own setup. Well, God, please don't give me credit. Please. Seriously, looking at this damn setup, why would you put the sound thing, the speaker on the floor? That's not... Is it a foot warmer?
It is.
I mean, technically, if you get that shit pretty hot and you just put your feet on it, probably feels pretty good. Honestly, though, man, I mean, cable management, putting that there, your shelves all to the left, absolutely. I mean, just no cares in the world. Zoom into that bottom left shelf there.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just literally shoving shit into it and calling it a day, right?
No, yeah, that's probably not part of his setup. He doesn't care about it. He just
it's part of his setup as far as I'm concerned. The headphone stand, that's one way to do it. And really the actual setup itself isn't terrible. As long as you don't have that thing blocking your feet, you sit there. Hey, it's pretty good. His PC's on like a cheap ass wire rack thing, which is fine. But like when you're actually sitting at the desk, it's not bad. I don't hate it. I just think it's more so the surrounding area. It's the cable management. It's the usability of the underside. And I mean, I give you props for that.
Kind of.
It's just you kind of gave up and let it all go to the bottom, right? And it just came a shit show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially right over there. Like, all the wires just going crazy.
Just gave up completely. And the theme is it's
I mean, Irish flag
and
Cybertron.
Cybertron. I love Cybertron.
Well, that's his PC case.
Oh. So hey, I mean, it is cool in certain aspects, but I think you just need to do some cleaning up, man. And you're only 13, so you're fine. You're fine.
I say for Christmas, you get a coherent one-piece corner for that whole, that whole corner, the desk. Get a new desk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I was trying to make it seem smart.
Yeah, he's 13. He doesn't really care. All right, let's go to the next setup. This is my favorite one. Look at the goddamn dog. Zoom in on his face. And it's funny because you just see, first off, that's how I feel this whole episode. If I'm being honest, I just look at them like, okay, yeah. That is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. And what makes it even funnier is if you go to the next photo, he's literally
every single photo he's following around.
Yeah, look at him. He's just looking, just having a good time. I love it. Absolutely hilarious. But, one thing I didn't understand, Tom, is there was no photo of the setup.
Yeah, he took straight-on photos in his original submission, but when he sent updated photos, I didn't look at all of them, and he didn't really have a straight-on photo of...
Yeah, it was too late to realize. Yeah, so we're going to kind of try to make it work off this.
That part was the best
part
we can get of it.
Pretty interesting. But hey, Zachary is 20. His setup was built in a small cottage house that is behind his larger house. Gee, sorry. Whoa. Hey. The Disney plaque is actually the plaque he was given by Disney on his Make-A-Wish trip. The fuck, man? I love Disney, and that just made me hate your guts. Anyways, this is hanging because he's made multiple Make-A-Wish trips because his doctors have given him no chance at survival since he was born. He's 20 years old. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. 8 surgeries, 3 single specialists. He has to fly to sea, because they're not just around the corner.
No.
And he fights every day. No need for too many details, but Pimp My Setup gives a little boost to his day every time he sees it come on, and he thanks us. So that means really a lot. He loves to play. He's contemplating streaming and uploading videos. And I think more than ever, YOLO really applies.
Yeah.
Just do it. You guys can find him at ZBizzle. That's ZBizzle on Twitch, or ZBizzle Gaming on YouTube and Twitter. So, first off, that's awesome. Cool story, dude. Keep fighting. Yeah, I mean, you got a dog that's there on your side. If I had a dog like that, I'd be so happy. My dog doesn't like me. But this setup is definitely different because it's a whole badass room. You know, it is his bedroom. You can tell by the third photo.
Yeah.
But when you look at the second photo, you're like, oh, that's like a cool hangout. You know, like that's all it is. So I like that he's able to separate bedroom from like hangout man cave sort of vibe. And I like that a lot because he does have the big ass couch, which is nice. He's got his coffee table and stuff, which I wonder, it does look like the coffee table's pretty close to the chair.
I could see that, yeah.
So I don't know if that's an issue, but I'm sure if it was like a big enough issue, he wouldn't keep the table there. Because every time you go back, and God damn it, where did I put that there? But every day he like hates himself for doing that. Instead of fixing, he's just like, God. But I find the left side to be pretty interesting because he has a chair facing just an Xbox.
He
just sits there and he's like, I do like that Xbox quite a bit. No, honestly, what I would recommend is my biggest complaints about the setup are just related to that left side. Because we can see all the cables in the second photo. They're all just kind of laying there chilling. You know, and honestly, with a story like yours, like, fuck cable management. Like, why?
Yeah.
You know, like,
got better things to worry about.
Yeah, I honestly would just kind of give up on cable management. So I'm not really too mad about that. As much as I just think the left side could look a lot neater, be a lot, like, I don't know, whether it's desktop shelves so you can have the different stacks of your consoles, or just make it look a little more presentable, clean up the cables a little bit on the desktop itself. You know, sure, you could have it on the floor, but as far as keeping it on the tabletop, it makes it look a little more messy. So that's just something I would look at. You know, headphone stands for the one on top of your, I guess that's a laptop. Just a lot of stuff going on. So I just kind of clean it up. On top of the fridge, I would also maybe try to condense that and spread that theme elsewhere. Personally, and that's just kind of how I feel about that left side. But your actual setup itself is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You got your speakers, you got your headphone mounted underneath, which I like. You know, usability looks good. I think it's a little weird that your right speaker is facing the wrong direction, but that's one little thing to fix. And he's got, you know, his microphone, his lamp and stuff. So I like the usability there. Your setup is pretty simple. So I look at your setup as more of the whole room. And I think just maybe filling up the wall space a little bit more would be ideal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got a lot of wall space to work with. He's got a lot of cool art, like above his door.
Yeah.
And all that. I think it's cool that he's got a little cottage in the back of his house where he can have his whole setup in his whole room.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Super sick. And look, he's watching Pimp My Setup. I think, who's that? Is that
I the Greek.
Yeah. So
that's my boy.
Watch that episode 68. Wow. Looks like he's watching back all the episodes. That's what you should do.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to hear me for like years and years? I really wonder how many hours my show adds up to.
Probably a lot.
Someone do the math, because I don't like doing math
you don't like doing meth either, right?
Yeah, meth. But yeah, I really like the fact that he is in a cottage. That's like absolutely insane. So it's like a true man cave.
Yeah, for sure.
Man cottage. Man cave.
Man cottage.
Really nice. So I like it. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for watching the show. We do appreciate it. And best of luck. Keep fighting, Home Slice. Ready for the next and final step of the day?
Let's do it.
Submitted by Gardner, 15. He likes to garden.
Shut up.
Just kidding. He paid for everything on his own, so shut the fuck up, Matt. Whoa, Gardner. Hey. He didn't actually say the shut the fuck up part. That was me. He said he kept building and repairing setups, mowing lawns, and etc. That's how he was able to pay.
He said a lot of stuff. I just kind of dumbed it down a little bit.
Building and repairing setups. Does he walk into a doctor's office like, I'm going to repair this for $100? It's like, what do you do? I'm going to repair it for $100.
He helps his family friends out.
He shares the room.
I'm going to fix his computer. I don't need help.
The computer's fine, actually. He shares a room with his older brother. They split their room up so they each get their own half. And he likes to play games and stream on Twitch. His Twitch is Bardkins. BARDKINS. First off, how did you split the... Because maybe you're only showing half the room, but... No, because, like... I don't know. It seems like you got a big half.
No, I think it's like...
Do they sleep in the same bed?
I don't know for sure, but I think so, because that's like the only other part of the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, you know, that his older brother's setup is over there.
So that's not really split the room in half.
No, he gets up into like a part over here, like in the middle. Like it cuts in half for his desk setup, but I don't know about the room. It was confusing. Because if you're dividing up setups like or rooms like that, like
he does sleep in the same bed.
Okay, yeah, so
yeah. I just there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that shit's so funny because like I don't know when you don't have that information and you're like, do they? I think the first thing I would do, and again, the thing about this is, you know, you're only 15, so are you going to be able to do a lot with this? Probably not, but I'll just say it anyway. Yeah, the big thing around your bed, all that built-in stuff, I would torch that and just absolutely set it on fire, throw it out, completely get rid of all that. It's not
like it's a main part of the room or something like that.
What?
It's not like it's a main part of the room. It's like takes up a whole wall.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is, like, I know that it's all probably built in and stuff like that, but it's just, first off, it's hideous. But second off, it would just help a lot if you got rid of even the desk that you're using now, which is like built in, same style. I don't know if it's like the 1940s or some shit, but all that stuff's got to go. It's just absolutely hideous. And I think it's pretty obvious that it's not completely working based on how you're utilizing it. It looks like, first off, you were in the tightest, smallest, most random ass area ever. You're on the edge of the desk and on the edge of glory. And I think that the thing is, you're like literally on the curve where it's at. Like, I don't know if the camera's working. Like, if I was on this part of the desk using it, I mean, I have all this, but instead here I am over here. It doesn't really make too much sense in my opinion. You know, plus you have these like weird built-in supports for the, you know, the hutch and stuff, so it's blocking part of the speaker for both sides. So I feel like that's very odd. I feel like the theme doesn't really make sense. There is no theme really. It's a lot of random colors, random paint. You know, the cables are pretty good though, and that's something that's surprising. So I'll give you props there. I just think this isn't really working in your favor. And it kind of sucks because it's just what you're given. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like you said, Mom, Dad, can I have the shittiest looking hutch ever? You know? So I understand the situation. I just think that, you know, we have to treat every setup like everyone else's. And that's just how I feel. So you did a great job of cable management, which is obviously something you had control of. So props there. I mean, it doesn't look like it's fun to cable manage this thing. You know, I don't like that the mouse pad is causing the keyboard to be at an uneven angle. Whether it makes a difference or not, I feel like it still would. It has to make a difference. I mean, it's unbalanced. I would hate that typing on a keyboard like that. Yeah. So that's just how I feel with that. But everything else is very simple, very straight to the point. It's not terrible. By any means, it's not terrible. It's just lacking a lot. I
think he knows what he's doing, but with the furniture he's given, he's doing the best he can with it.
Yeah. So that's exactly why I'm not here to like rip you apart or anything. And I think in comparison to your brother, you did a good job because your brother's got freaking boxes of products, and yeah, he's making you look like shit. Knock him out. Punch, you know, I don't know, do something in his sleep. Choke him out. He wakes up.
The hell, Gardner?
Partner.
I said Gardner.
Like, what the hell, partner? Giddy up! I don't know.
He's from Romania. Why would you say partner? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that. You act like I'm supposed to know. It doesn't say it in the email. All right. Well, anyways, I do like it, though. It is cool. I just think that there's a lot of constraints that are messing up your full possibilities. Your imagination is endless, but you're just in this box. So get out of the box.
Out of the box. Out of the box.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's time for the bottom show where we give the scores. Jason, 92. Yegor, 86. Donald, 76. Lucas, 84. Sam, 78. Jack, 66. Zachary, 82. And Gardner, 80. How did I give you an 80? Anyways, yeah, you know, I love when the camera doesn't work. It's perfect, especially here at the intro. There I am, no signal. I'm looking different. Looking just a little. Hey, there I am. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pimp. My set number 277. We're live on September 27, 2017. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch Friday's episode, then become a freaking Patreon or Twitch supporter. And that's it. I'll see you then. Otherwise, I'll see you on Sunday, you little pleb. Okay, bye.